Does it look good? Hello friends, welcome to our show. If today is your first time visiting us, we want to extend you a very warm welcome. If you've been here before but you have not subscribed, we want to invite you to subscribe and browse through our over 300 videos organized in playlists, as we are confident you're going to find something that will be useful and you will enjoy watching. If today is your birthday, we want to extend you a very happy birthday. Today we're going to do a little different video. It will be more of between a vlog and a trick video, but I hope you enjoy it and stick around and see what we're going to talk about. So you got your brand new shiny tool and you want to get out there and start using it. That is what we all want to do. But wait, don't start doing that. First, and I couldn't find the manual, but first I suggest you will find and read the manual, because setup instructions in a brand new tool, including any necessary procedures for first use, are very important. So the first step is to use your manual. As you know, it's mine, I say. Yeah. I got a new track saw for Christmas, and we're going to get ready to use it this week for our big project. But before we do that, I need to make sure that the saw is actually ready. Again, the impulse is to just start using it, but you need to make sure that the saw is ready. And a couple of things that I like to do is check the cable to make sure, even in brand new tools, that there is no damage to the cord, that there is nothing that potentially can make the tool not working. And in this specific instance, go through all the controls. Go through, I don't know if we saw them, so I don't think we need to show them again. I will link the video upstairs on the second floor.
Here, do it again, upstairs.
I will link the video to see the first look of this. We're not going to show details on how to do it. But in any case, check and make sure that you understand what all the adjustment knobs do. And I will recommend to actually do it. In other words, play with the adjustment knobs. So this tool is a track saw, as you know. So in addition to the tool itself, we need to pay attention to the track. And I don't know how it is with every other track saw, because this is the first one I ever own. But in this one, there is a little bit of prep work before you use it. For example, the tracks themselves have the plastic edge here overlapping the track, so it will not be possible for the tracks to touch each other. Does that make sense? To be flat. So we're going to first cut it, and we might need another cutty thingy, I don't know. This is not sharp enough. Let me go and get another.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So my sharp knife was clearly not sharp enough, so we're going to something sharper.
So now you have the technical new cutty thingy.
Yeah, this is the new cutty thingy. And we're going to do that in all of them, and we're going to get back to you. Okay, we have turned the tracks over because we need to attach this piece of metal, which in essence connects the two tracks together, right? We have removed the and I want to make sure that the tracks are really tight to each other, and they are. And also look here that there is no, what do you call it? There is no gap, right? And that looks good to me. How does it look to you?
Yeah, it looks good to me. The only reason we see a little bit of a gap has to do with the rubber here it's not quite up flush there, but there where we were cutting them, they are fitting together correctly.
Well, and I'm looking at this really.
Yeah.
All right, and now I'm going to tighten this piece of material so that will tighten the track together. It would have been easier if I actually had an actual screwdriver, but this is Elpida's favorite tool, so that's what we're using.
I just want to insert here that Elpida didn't get the tool, you did.
Insert decline.
It works. It's a great tool. It does the job.
Now, one of the things that I didn't say in my review because I didn't know about it clearly is that I wish that they sent 2 of these, right? I mean, I don't know if that makes a difference. Probably doesn't, but there is clearly another channel here, right? So I would feel better if it had 2. But what they say, the proof is in the pudding, right? So,
See the track there is
well, I want to see
clear line.
how it goes between the 2 tracks. Oh, come on, dogs. So we put the saw on its track, and what I want to do is how smoothly it goes through this connection, right? I mean, you clearly can see the connection, but I don't think that there is any way to make it totally invisible. But as long as the saw goes smoothly through the track, I think I will be happy, right? Yep. As you move the saw, I don't really feel anything binding or feeling strange, so that means that the connection in the track is what we need it to be. So the next step is, oh, it doesn't really play much, but let's fix that little play. Using our hex tool, we simply slightly release this so the button now can move. So find the correct position of this by rotating it, and by correct is that there is no play here on the saw, right? That direction, that's what that controls.
Doesn't want to go side to side.
And then make sure that you can easily still with one finger, like I did before, you can move it on the track. And if that is the case, then you can now tighten those 2 screws. And from what I have seen, again, this is our first track saw, but all track saws operate under this very similar principle, right? And now tighten. And once you find the position you like, tighten it. If you tighten it before you find the correct position, you might find yourself unable to move the saw, right? And how do we know that, Elpida?
That's what we did.
That's right. That's what we did. I made it too tight in the beginning, and but now I'm happy that this moves correctly. It doesn't bind on top of the, not on top, what I want to say, across anywhere in the track. And here's the other thing why you need to read the manual. Not having a track saw before, I thought all I have to do now in the beginning will be go out and start cutting, right? But that is not correct actually, because I don't know if you can see, what I want to show is a little tricky. So here, when I put the blade down, see how the blade touches the... So on track saws, and again I've seen it in many other track saws, before the first cut you need to do a sacrificial cut that the blade will actually cut through this plastic, because this will give you the true line of cut, right? So when you make your line in your material, you will align it not as it is now, because then you're going to actually be a little long or short, what you will be. We are cutting some
Short.
off, so it will be a little short. But again, if you look at the blade going down, it's going to cut, it looks almost like half of it.
Yeah.
So it is important that you do everything that the manual tells you to do before you try the the new tool. And also, since you have not tried this tool before, it is best to do a trial cut anyway, right? I mean, I wouldn't like to put that in our nice project for the first time and screw it up. So we'll have to make one or even more trial cuts before we use the brand new tool. And I usually do that with any tool I buy. Even though I've used, for example, table saws for years, if I buy a new table saw, I will do some test cuts first and always make sure that the tool is true, that we have 90-degree angles. In this tool, the tool does that, but I might still triple check it because I'm OCD. But you know, you don't necessarily have to do that. But even if you have used the tool, sometimes the same tool can operate a little different or feel different than a similar tool you have used in the past. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's always a good idea to make a test. It's not always a cut, just a test, a practice run of the tool before you use it for the first time. So what are the lessons here? Read your manual, that's important. Know all the controls and adjustments of your tool. Make fully comfortable, even turn it on to hear how loud the tool is. I'm going to use the blade that came with the tool. Primarily, the reason is because I don't have another blade that size. But I am going to use the blade that came with this tool. And if I'm not satisfied, for example, then before we do the project, I'm going to use another blade, right? I'm going to go buy another blade. But I think even if this blade is not really great quality, for the first cut, it should be fine. Usually bad blades don't last long. You will have to replace it sooner than a better blade. But I think it will be okay for our first product. We will tell you if it isn't. And we do have material, even though I don't want to waste material, we do have enough material that if we need to make the cut again, we can. Out of our sheet plywood, right? We have plenty for our project. So I hope this was a useful little episode. As I said, this was more of a vlog and how-to little video. And if you did enjoy and learn something out of this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, the other button works as well. Share, like, subscribe, and let us know what you would like to see in our channel. Please join us on the weekend as we hope and plan to have the start of our cool project. Mother Nature is laughing at us right now. We're expecting another big snowstorm on Saturday. So you should see, I think I need a little camera so I can record here sometimes because...
We've discussed this, but you can tell them I stuck my tongue out because I don't want another snowstorm.
You just said them.
Okay.
I mean, they can hear you.
They can hear me, excellent.
So we'll do our best no matter what, snow, rain, or sunshine. We'll do our best to start the project. But I think and by C I mean Elpida jinxed us because I said 2 episodes and said 3. So I hope the weather will not really delay us as much. But look forward to the beginning and hopefully the conclusion of the product this weekend. And now I'm getting a look. Are you crazy?
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Oh, we should be able to knock it out in no time. Right?
For those of you who don't shovel for 3 hours, maybe.
Only 3 hours?
Right.
That's something else I have to fix, our snow blower.
Yeah, I know. It just keeps adding up.
All right, folks. Thank you for watching, and we will see you Sunday. From the Garage Wizard, Elpida, and the Urban Homesteading channel, we bid you a great week.